Debt Payoff Showdown, Snowball versus Avalanche. You're staring at a list of numbers, credit card balance here, student loan there, maybe a car payment. Each one feels like a weight, and all you want is a clear path to get them to zero. You've probably researched it, so you know about the two main contenders, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. And if you've spent any time at all looking into them, you've been told that one is mathematically superior, that it will save you more money. But here's the secret no one talks about enough. Getting out of debt isn't a math problem. It's a human problem. It's a motivation problem. The numbers on a spreadsheet don't care about your emotions, your discipline, or your need to feel like you're actually getting somewhere. You've heard the names: debt snowball, debt avalanche. You probably even know one saves you more in interest. But what the pure math doesn't tell you is why one of these methods can feel like a superpower, while the other feels like an absolute grind. In this video, we're going beyond the spreadsheets to uncover the hidden psychological triggers that determine which method you'll actually stick with to become debt-free. This isn't just about numbers, it's about your mindset, and picking the right one for your personality is the single most important decision on your debt-free journey. 1. The problem, the universal struggle of debt. Let's just be real for a second. Being in debt is exhausting. It's more than a financial state, it's a mental one. It's that low-grade anxiety humming in the background of your life. It's the mental calculator that's always running. When you're at the grocery store, when you think about taking a vacation, when you're just trying to fall asleep, you're constantly weighing what you earn against what you owe, and it feels like you're running on a treadmill, working your tail off, but going nowhere. This feeling of being trapped is why so many people give up. They look at the total, that big, scary number, and it feels impossible. They try to chip away at it, but with interest working against them, the progress feels agonizingly slow. This is where the battle is lost, not because they can't do the math, but because they lose hope. They feel discouraged, overwhelmed, and stuck. A good debt payoff strategy doesn't just need to work on paper. It needs to give you the power and the belief that you can win. 2. The contenders, explaining the methods. So how do you fight back? You need a plan, a clear system that tells you exactly where to aim your money and your energy. Let's break down the two big players in this fight. First up, the method made famous by financial guru Dave Ramsey, the debt snowball. The way it works is incredibly simple. You list all your debts, not your mortgage, from the smallest balance to the largest, completely ignoring the interest rates. You keep making the minimum payments on everything to stay current. But here's the key. You take every extra pound you can find and throw it at the smallest debt. You attack it with everything you have. Let's say you have these three debts. A credit card, £500 balance at 22% interest. A personal loan, £3,000 balance at 10% interest. A car loan, £10,000 balance at 5% interest. With the snowball, you ignore the interest rates and focus everything on that £500 credit card. Imagine you find an extra £200 a month. You hammer that credit card with your extra cash while paying minimums on the others. In just a few months, boom, it's gone, wiped out. Now the money you were paying on that card, plus the extra £200, is freed up. You roll that cash over and add it to the minimum you're already paying on the next smallest debt, the £3,000 personal loan. Suddenly, you're attacking that loan with a much bigger payment. Once that's gone, you take that whole combined payment and roll it onto the car loan. Your payment grows like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and faster as it goes. Now for the other contender, the debt avalanche. The avalanche method is the favorite of financial optimizers. The logic here is that emotion has no place in your plan. Only the math matters. With this strategy, you list your debts differently, from the highest interest rate to the lowest, regardless of the balance. Using our same example, the credit card is still number one with its 22% interest rate. The personal loan is next at 10%. The car loan is last at 5%. In this specific case, the order is the same. But what if the car loan was for £3,000 and the personal loan was for £10,000? With the avalanche, you'd still attack the personal loan after the credit card, because its 10% interest rate is higher than the car's 5%. You make minimum payments on everything, but every extra pound goes to the debt with the highest interest rate. By tackling your most expensive debt first, you stop that high interest rate from piling on more and more money over time. Mathematically speaking, this is the fastest way to get out of debt, and it will save you the most money in interest. 3. The showdown, the psychological deep dive. So if the Avalanche saves you more money, this should be an open and shut case, right? Not so fast. This is where the math ends and the psychology begins. Let's talk about the debt snowball's secret weapon. The reason the snowball is so effective for so many people has nothing to do with spreadsheets and everything to do with human behavior. Its power is the huge psychological boost it provides. Paying off that first small debt is more than a financial transaction. It's a win. It's a shot of dopamine. It's real, tangible proof that you can do this. This taps into our brain's love for completing tasks. The snowball method is designed to give you these little victories early and often. Every time you cross a debt off your list, you build confidence and momentum. For someone who has felt hopeless, these quick wins are a total game changer. They transform your mindset from "I'm drowning" to "I've got this." It turns a marathon into a series of satisfying sprints. Now let's look at the other side. The debt avalanche's grind. While it's the champion on paper, the avalanche can be a long, hard slog with little positive reinforcement. It demands serious delayed gratification. If your highest interest debt is also a very large one, you could be throwing extra money at it for a year or even longer before it's gone. During that whole time, you're still juggling all your other bills. The number of payments you make each month doesn't change. You don't get the satisfaction of crossing anything off your list. It can feel like you're pouring money into a black hole. This is where motivation goes to die. That lack of early wins means you have to be incredibly disciplined and laser-focused on the long-term goal. It's a method for people who are driven by efficiency, not by emotional rewards. The real battle isn't snowball versus avalanche. It's quick wins versus long-term optimization. It's behavioral psychology versus pure math. And most people don't lose the debt war because of math. They lose because they give up. 4. The verdict: how to choose your winner. So which one is better? Honestly, the one that's better for you. The best plan in the world is useless if you won't stick with it. This decision comes down to self-awareness. You need to be brutally honest with yourself about what drives you. Ask yourself this: do you get fired up by seeing quick, visible progress? Do you need to see results to stay in the fight? If you're nodding your head, the debt snowball is probably your champion. It's built to keep your morale high. Are you a numbers person? Are you disciplined, logical, and more motivated by the idea of maximum savings, even if it means waiting for the payoff? If that sounds like you, then the raw debt avalanche reader will align perfectly with your personality. But remember, this isn't a rigid choice. You can also try a hybrid approach. You could start with the debt snowball. Knock out one or two of your smallest debts to get that first rush of confidence. Once you've built the habit and feel like you're in control, you can pivot. Switch to the debt avalanche to attack the remaining higher interest debts and maximize your savings. It's a way to get the psychological boost of the snowball and the financial efficiency of the avalanche. Ultimately, the goal is the same: becoming debt-free. The path you take is deeply personal. Don't let anyone tell you you're doing it wrong because you chose motivation over math. The right plan is the one that acknowledges your humanity, your need for hope, for progress, and for the belief that you will cross that finish line. Whether it's the snowball, the avalanche, or a mix of both, the most important step is simply to start. Make a plan, commit, and celebrate every single win along the way. Now I want to hear from you. This is a huge debate, and there's no single right answer. Based on your personality, which team are you on? Team Snowball or Team Avalanche? Let me know in the comments. Your story might just be the thing that inspires someone else to start their own journey.